Hello, everybody. We are so happy to be here. This is one of my favorite times of every month, isn't it, for you, Christopher?
Unboxing time? Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Christmas morning. It's like your birthday every month.
It is, but especially because by the time we get to the Grace subscription too, we've been through Elowen, we've been through Anne, we've been through, you know what I mean? It's like the cultivation, it's like the celebration party of a really exciting month for doll collectors, which is what we do here. And so it's just always so much fun.
It is so much fun. And this particular outfit is so beautiful.
This particular outfit is so incredibly beautiful, and you did a wonderful job with the film set. Of course, by now, our wonderful friends out there have seen this beautiful, beautiful outfit, which is called Timeless Hearth. I had a hard time trying to think of a name, but you will understand why it's called Timeless Hearth. First of all, because this outfit is incredibly timeless.
I agree.
And second, because in the story, Grace starts in front of a fireplace and transports into a fireplace and then comes back into a fireplace, which is so much fun. But it's the hearth, it's the warmth, it's how it feels to be cozy in a living room, which is the perfect thing. I personally do not have a fireplace. Do you?
Oh, I wish.
Right.
I would watch the life leave someone's eyes to have a fireplace.
I actually had one in my condo, where I used to live, and it was so fun. Just to open, to turn it on, and I think it was a real fire, but it was like a simulated. It wasn't like the one that Grace experiences in Timeless Hearth. But
I'm jealous of
Grace. It is fun to have one. But in the story and in the adventure, Grace opens up her Journey Through Time book, and she is transported back to 1890, where she experiences a wonderful day in her home. And let's talk about it, Christopher, because you were at the helm of a lot of the creative part of the stories, which has been so much fun. Christopher sits there and takes an entire afternoon to really think of the details. And what we put together for this box is just unbelievably good. So let's talk about the outfit first. I think that's the most important thing.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Let's talk about Timeless Hearth. So we're going to put some pictures on the screen that Christopher took and Dee in Brazil edited. And Grace looks so good. So we're each going to talk about she looks so classy and so chic.
I'm biased, but I would agree. I think she looks really good. I think they're great photos. And the dress really is so beautiful on her.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. We're going to talk about the actual dress because I want to show you. Now, one of the things that, I know everyone loves it. You're seeing it right now. I know you love it. It's a beautiful cobalt jacket that is incredibly well made. And in the paper doll, I actually told Diana Vining that the skirt was a very, very deep navy blue, but I think I'm wrong. I think it's a black skirt.
It's right on the cusp.
Is it right on the cusp?
It's supposed to be black, but it does sort of read as like a deep, deep, deep navy.
Yes. Looking at it right now, I would say it's black, but this whole time I did think it was navy. But the outfit was, when you first look at it, okay, so here was the thing that I thought. We approved this outfit, first of all. So we never approve something that we don't absolutely love, that we don't completely stand behind. Why would we do that? Because when we approve it, because there's plenty of time not to approve it, there's plenty of time to make adjustments. Sometimes we make 5 or 6 adjustments. But on this one, we approved it. But the only question I asked you was, do we think it's too plain?
Sure. We had that conversation back and forth over and over again. And I think the simplicity of the garment visually is present, but feeling it in your hand and seeing it in person, the craftsmanship and the quality of fabric choice is really remarkable. And the sort of gathering at the back with those 2 clasps, it's a beautiful peplum. The jacket itself is so gorgeous, and it has this really vibrant, saturated, beautiful cobalt. It's just it's a beautiful blue. There are some colors, I think, that exist in the world that are really commanding and really magnetic, and if you were to sort of waltz through a art museum, sometimes you're just really drawn to something because of the color. And this jacket, to me, it really sucks me in. It's so beautiful, and it fits, like a custom thing for Grace.
Exactly. We had the sample here before we approved it for production, and every single time I thought, oh, it's not flashy, this and that. I still couldn't get over this outfit. I couldn't get over this jacket because it was so impeccably made. It was so incredibly beautiful. the working buttons down the front.
Right.
I mean, and this
Fully lined on the
fully
inside.
lined on the inside. This jacket could also double as a riding coat, like a riding jacket would be so beautiful with this. This could be paired with something other than the beautiful black skirt that it comes with, but it's so beautiful, this jacket. So we approved it. We said, please go with this. Now, this is pulled straight out of the bag.
Yeah, this is exactly what you're getting.
You didn't do much pressing at all.
I ironed the set up here, but actually I only ironed the skirt. Everything else is just fresh out of box, and the rest of these I staged sort of whimsically, so you're not getting necessarily the best view of the fabric itself, but it's all fresh out of box and very wearable that way. I would always encourage you to consider ironing or pressing your garments. You can see that there's just lines.
Yeah,
from,
straight out of box. They're packed very tightly, and then they're shipped across the world to us. So there's always going to be something, but actually there's very little fresh out of box.
Well, and the movement
Beautiful.
is so gorgeous. It really has a great flow.
It does.
And
this could be used for so many things too.
Right. Well, it's a statement color, right? A staple color, I mean. You can wear that with just about anything. We will have other garments, you know, coming throughout the rest of the season that if you feel compelled to mix and match with, I won't stop.
Absolutely.
You know, we're mixing and matching eras and timelines a little bit, but it's a really phenomenal piece, and it just feels good. I don't know how to stress that enough, but the way that the threading looks in person and feels in your hand is remarkable. It's couture, and I'm so proud of this.
Yes.
And I'm proud of this one.
It is. I am too. I'm very proud of it. And here's the beautiful undershirt.
Yeah,
Again,
that one's honestly one of my favorite parts.
it's so beautiful.
It's gorgeously
You're getting
done.
these another crinoline at a $15 value. You're going to get so many crinolines by the end of this month, but we would charge $15 for this crinoline.
Sure.
To have this made is very expensive.
I love the
It's
idea
beautiful.
of, at the end of the season, you've got, you know, all these crinolines. You just make one big skirt out of
One
only
giant
tulle.
crinoline?
Yeah,
I
the
love
world's
that.
biggest tutu.
I love that idea. But seriously, by the end of this season, the collectors that are on this subscription are going to have such an archive of incredible clothing. You can mix and match it. For me, we're going to set them up just as they come, add some accessories, hopefully.
They're very deliberately designed to be ensembles. You know, they're not intended to be mixed with each other, but there are
you can
elements, you know, separates
a little
sort
bit
of invite themselves to that possibility. So
right. So this one has, I would say, the most mix and match ability of almost all of the outfits coming, because there's 3 separates and because they are monochromatic. So it's just, I love it. And you are receiving 4 different pieces in here, and it is just beautiful. I'm going to harp on this because in this video, we're here to talk about fashion, we're here to talk about dolls, and a lot of the people watching are in the subscription, so you are buying this. This is coming to your house. Look at this.
It's remarkable.
It's remarkable. I am so proud of it. Ruby Red Galleria did, so I was going to say the artwork on this, but it truly is art.
Sure.
Look at the buttons on the back.
Right.
I mean, until we started, our clothing has always been beautifully done. We've been using Ruby Red since the beginning, and the V Factory. Since the beginning, I found them both very early on. I dabbled other places. The quality wasn't where we wanted it, so now we stick with our factories that do an impeccable job.
Tried and true.
Tried and true, but this is some of the best we have ever done.
Well, and I think it's also made so much more apparent because of the era of, you know, of clothing we're embarking on. There are some things that are relatively easy to manufacture, and you can do them in a way that is simple but looks really, really nice.
Yes.
And then there are other garments that are much more complex to accomplish. And sticking the landing on something historic and, you know, crafted in a way that's fitted intentionally, that lays the way that it's supposed to, is a very tall order. And
for a 16-inch person.
Exactly.
I mean,
we're not doing this for a human being.
Yeah.
And Ruby Red just really, really understands the assignment.
They do.
And always does a great job.
Yeah, it's truly an art form.
I think that this season of Grace is a standout for lots of reasons, but it's hugely their craftsmanship, and the detail that goes into it really, it makes it all worthwhile.
It does make it all worthwhile. I'm not trying to give any spoilers, but when you said this season of Grace, I automatically just thought of what we're looking to accomplish for next season of Grace. We're not going to say anything.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything because it all depends on some big things that are in the works. But anyway,
Oh my God.
we have
All
big
we'll say is
plans.
there are plans for another season. So
There are plans for season 5.
Yeah.
How can we stop? Here's the thing about this and this job and what we do with the subscriptions is I want to do this. Like this is the most fun I have ever had at any career in my life.
Yeah.
And we love it. So as long as you love it and you want to keep doing it with us, we're going to keep going.
Right.
That's the plan.
Well, and we've had many conversations about how wonderful we find this collection,
Yeah.
and that there is some pressure to sort of outdo ourselves for next season. So if you are thoroughly enjoying this with us, just know that we are really hitting
Yeah.
the pavement trying to make sure all of our ideas for the future are really outstanding.
And we know that for you to continue to subscribe, this is season 4. We're going to go again and again. For the longevity of this, for our customers to stay with us it's been 5 years, for 10 years. I want to be here for a while. For you to stay with us, we know that it needs to be innovative and fresh and something that you want.
Yeah.
We know that you don't want repeats. You don't want the same old thing, right?
Right.
It's never been like that, but we know.
Yeah.
So we're very excited. But anyway, let's dive into some of the wonderful artwork and things that you are going to see and experience inside this beautiful box. So our box is a wonderful conglomerative effort with our entire team, both everyone that lives here at the doll shop, which sometimes we do feel like we live here.
Yeah, there's a cot in the back.
Yeah, for sure. And then our wonderful remote team that is across the country and, of course, across the world. But the first thing that you will see when you open your box is I did do a cover letter this time. And I love doing the cover letters because I feel like it is a chance for me to chat with you and to share a little bit about what's going on and what makes the box special. So in the cover letter, we talk about Timeless Hearth, which is our very sophisticated. It's so sophisticated and it's so lovely. This outfit from the 1890s.
Yeah.
And the wonderful thing about this outfit is because it is not necessarily a special occasion outfit. This is something that you would wear to make a quick trip to somewhere in town.
Sure.
If you were going to be seen in public, you would wear something like this. It's not necessarily a promenading outfit where you have all the opulence and where you really want to be seen.
Sure.
But this would be something like that we're wearing right now in the 1890s. It's day wear.
Exactly.
And so this is a really fun time for fashion. There's some really great things. And we're going to talk about some of the fashion in this. And then, of course, with your pattern of the month from Tamara Casey, it's called Tailor-Made, and it is so good. But anyway, the first thing you're going to see is this beautiful cover letter that Diana Vining put together. She did all the artwork for this, and it is so good. So here we go, our paper doll of the month. She is wearing Tamara's undergarments, which is so beautiful. And you can get the kit to make Tamara's undergarments on Tamara's website. But of course, the pattern is just absolutely beautiful. Again, the skirt is done in a blue. That's my fault, but I love it both ways, blue and black. So beautiful. It's borderline either way. And she did an incredible job. Now, what I love about this paper doll is you're going to get this on your sheet, and then you are going to receive, look at this. This was so fun. We're doing the cage crinoline skirt.
You bet.
For your paper doll. So that was Diana Vining's idea, and that is so fun.
Amazing.
And then you are receiving a keepsake box, so you can put your letters and some paper and a framed picture of Grace inside your keepsake box. This is really, really, really sweet. It will come on it will come on cardboard so that you could make this if you want. And this is really nice for Grace's writing desk because she is sitting in her living room. Now, why would she need a keepsake box? Why would she need some letters? Well, she's enjoying a day at home. Let's talk about her story, Christopher.
So this is chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Timeless Hearth. And in this story, in this chapter, we were envisioning, what exactly is Grace, could Grace, would Grace be doing in a sort of, historic day wear like this? And how, everything else has been so activity-centric and really focused on what she's doing and where she's going. And this felt like a more demure sort of goal to achieve and a really fun sort of challenge to take on. So the gist of the story is that Grace is simply spending her day at home, and she is reveling in the opportunity for resting. She doesn't have any responsibilities today. She doesn't have anywhere to be, anything to do. She's, really sort of taking in this wonderful chance to just breathe and enjoy her space and her home and her day. And so she's sitting down with her favorite tea, and she's sitting down with a pile of reading material, and remembers that in her pile of reading material is that one book from last month.
That magic book.
And sort of the anticipation overtakes her, and she simply must find out what in the world could sitting at home have to offer for her in yesteryear. And she finds out, and it's a wonderful sort of whirlwind where she explores her home 130 years prior. It's the same building, and she gets to find out this like beautiful historic treasure and all of the history that's inside of it in her beautiful new outfit. So I'll start with maybe just paragraph 1. The day unfolded like a treasured gift. Grace had no errands to run, no deadlines to meet, just a rare moment of peace to indulge in the quiet comforts of home. A crackling fire danced in the hearth, its warm mingling with the rich aroma of soup simmering gently from the kitchen. Through the frosty panes of the window, a serene winter landscape lay still, muffled in white. Grace curled up in her plush armchair, a steaming cup of tea nestled in her hands. Beside her, an inviting pile of books begged for her attention, their spines promising countless journeys into the past. So, I'll let you sort of enjoy this as you receive it, but Grace gets to sort of go on a hide and seek sort of like first date with her home of a bygone era, and it's really I think it's very fun, and she enjoys all of the whimsy that comes with time travel, and then is whisked, of course, back home at the end. So.
Yeah, it is very fun. Some of Grace's adventures this year are going to be very exciting, very head turning, where it's like a lot is going on.
Sure.
But what humans are programmed to do is not to be on and going 24/7.
Right.
Even though society says that we need to be doing that sometimes, we're not programmed to be like that. And so it is so good for your soul and for your sense of being to take an afternoon and to do that.
Yeah.
When I can do that, which I get to do that on Wednesdays once in a while, it's everything.
Yeah.
To do that. Have a moment of peace where you don't have plans.
Right. The thing about being at home that I enjoy is when I don't have laundry to do, dishes to do, bills to pay, things emails to check. And like if we can harness a little bit of that sort of peace in this box, that's my hope.
Yeah.
Is that you already, like, your bed is made, your bathroom is clean, you don't have anything to do. You get to just revel in peace. You get to revel in what?
I'm just laughing because that's why it feels like a fantasy, because I'm never at home when there's no laundry to do, no dishes to do, no bills to be, there's always something.
There's always something. But magically, you get 1 hour.
You get 1 hour in with this.
Yeah.
But that's funny. But truly, I hope that they do feel relaxed and that they really love it. Have some tea when you do it.
Yeah.
The scene that Christopher painted here is Grace. The room warbles and she goes off. So that's what this is right here. Hopefully she didn't spill her tea. But this is the living room in the Victorian era. It is so fun. You are going to receive this illustration right here that Diana Vining did. So we have the phonograph playing and her tea, and you can see it's a little windy and there's sparkles to show that it's a fantasy, that she's either coming or going right now. But I love that.
Such a wonderful illustration. A+, Diana. That's so
A+
beautiful.
to Diana for that. She did a wonderful, wonderful job.
Yeah.
And then another card you're going to receive is, I love this. This is a example of a walking dress. This is from the Victoria and Albert Museum, and this is from their collection. The walking dress ensemble is a different color. I will say that ours is a little bit more ornate. We have the buttons down the front, and the jacket is a little bit more tailored, but it's the exact same idea.
Yeah.
And this one was made in England or Germany, but it gives you the history of this walking ensemble that is very, very close to Grace's, and it gives you a little bit more of the fashion history, which I think is really neat. If you really like this idea, then we're going to try to include more historic images of similar outfits for your archives for this, so that we can learn more about fashion. But I thought that this was really fun.
I do too.
Style was not necessarily sacrificed for function, as elegant, close-fitting designs graced the pages of tailoring journals. Some featured jackets and skirts in contrasting checks, stripes, diagonals, and others like this one, and they were made with the same material throughout. This is something that you would wear to look elegant, but also it's not your Sunday best.
Sure. Somehow, incredibly, this balloon of a skirt is still for practicality. So,
Right, I know.
I mean,
if you and I were wearing full-length crinolines and all this stuff,
Sure.
that would be our Sunday best.
it fully would take up the entirety of the room we're filming in. Like this
Oh, I know.
skirt alone is.
Gosh, wouldn't that be?
I
I
know.
want to be that girl. Have you seen that archival image of where she's wearing that crinoline that is like 12 feet wide?
I believe you.
I will show you. So without further ado, we've been chatting about this wonderful outfit. We've been chatting about 1890s Victorian fashion. Boy, oh boy, do we have such a wonderful surprise for you. Tamara, I know you're watching. You are watching with us right now. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. This is hard work. Week after week, she has been submitting patterns. We have never put her to work like this before. We have never
Yeah.
put ourselves to work like this before, and it has been such a dream and so fun. But Tamara's pattern of the month is amazing. It's a Victorian walking ensemble. It's called Tailor-Made, and I am absolutely thrilled with it. She actually just sent over the photos, and Christopher's going to see this for the first time, but I think it's beautiful.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's really gorgeous. God, she knocks it out of the park every time.
Seriously, every time. Every garment in this series that Tamara is going to be making is not going to be historic, but when it is such a treat. It's so much more work involved. I'm just guessing, I don't know, I don't make patterns, but I'm guessing that there's more work involved.
Yeah,
I mean, right?
Wow.
It's just, isn't it beautiful? So we're going to bring in Tamara. Christopher's speechless. We're going to bring in Tamara, and she's going to chat with us a little about Tailor-Made. Come on in, Tamara.
The tailor-made suit of the 1890s creates a beautiful silhouette for our Grace dolls as she travels through time. The look emphasized a very slim waist with a full skirt, which later became known as the hourglass shape. The walking suit was influenced by the bustle era, which highlighted volume at the back of the skirt. The newer design was less exaggerated at the back and focused on practicality. The women's suffrage movement was gaining momentum in the 1890s, and women's fashion began to reflect a shift towards more active lifestyles. The tailor-made pattern features a paneled A-line skirt, fully lined fitted jacket with a wide collar and attached peplum, and sleeves which are voluminous at the shoulders and gently tapered to the wrist. Also included is a sleeveless, short-waisted top with a stand-up collar. The walking suit is the perfect ensemble for wearing outside, whether walking or bicycling or participating in other leisure activities that were becoming popular at the time. I hope you enjoy the versatility of the tailor-made pattern. A simple change of color or fabric choice, addition or subtraction of trim can create your own unique and fabulous look. I encourage you to pair the ensemble with a bonnet, perhaps a wide brim or picture hat that not only creates a fashionable statement, but also makes it extremely functional, creating the perfect aesthetic statement. I hope you enjoy this pattern of the month, and as always, I can't wait to see what you make.
Thank you so much, Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude. Tailor-Made is an incredible pattern. We are speechless once again. Your talents, I mean, it's just, it's above and beyond. There's no one better to be in our subscription as the pattern maker. So thank you so much. She does. So if you would like to buy this pattern, if you're not in our subscription and you're watching this, thank you so much for watching. You can buy this pattern at her website, Fletcher Pattern Company. Or just Google Designs by Jude patterns, it'll come up, and then there is a sewing tutorial on her YouTube channel to assist with making this outfit. That is another thing that Tamara does that is so incredibly beneficial to the sewing community. And then if you're not a sewer, there are sewers out there that sew for hire. So if you really want this,
Sure.
put somebody to work and do that. So
There are no better pair of hands than doll people hands.
doll people
to help
hands
you.
to help. Yeah. They're
Contact
out
your
there.
local club members and see.
Yes, we were just talking about it in the virtual doll convention group yesterday, actually, and there were 5 or 6 sewers that commented and said, hey, send me the pattern, I can make anything. So if you want to get this made, then do it.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So we have some wonderful add-ons, though.
We we do.
Speaking of shopping and having something made, this is already made for you.
So this is very exciting. We have sneak peeked this
Yes, we have.
once before a while ago. And this is a sort of modern option for your wardrobe this month that can be sort of contributing to a historic situation.
The thing that we love about this, Christopher was on a roll right there, but we have a monochromatic and we have a monochromatic.
Yeah.
This is class all the way, babe.
Exactly. So this features a really beautiful leotard that's styled as a turtleneck, and I actually sent it back to get it styled as a leotard for practicality, because the waistband of the skirt is a really convenient elastic.
Yeah.
And it is necessary to pull it up over the hips, and I thought, how tedious to tuck in a turtleneck again later. So if you guys enjoy the sort of practicality of that element, let us know. We can produce more things as leotards, but it's a beautiful ribbed long sleeve turtleneck and a really gorgeous sort of accordion, stretchy, beautiful pleated ankle length skirt and a belt to complete it. It's a really lovely sort of like heather taupe and a matching gorgeous coat here that is lined with a signature fashion house, a sort of iconic print that I'll, omit from saying by name. But
I'll say it, Burberry.
okay.
Hopefully we don't get flagged.
It's our Burberry-inspired coat.
It is inspired. It's
And,
fabulous.
There's a really lovely rhinestone sort of necklace option as well. And the back of this is really gorgeous because the collar has a really lovely sort of lining there as well in that same plaid. It's so gorgeous. I love a monochromatic moment. I love this with a, very chic, stylish little black jaw-length bob.
Yeah.
Great excuse to break out some other designer shoes we have put out before in the boutique. And these almost, the white and brown Louis are so beautiful. I just think she looks very confident, and she looks very chic and very effortless and metropolitan and ready to take on the day. And, similar to our sort of ensemble here, this is something that would be an elevated day wear look. I wanted these things to, as much as possible, feel mirrored in some way, that your out on this month was actually sort of a sensible alternative to a historic garment with the same theme. So hopefully this sort of, sticks the landing there too. I think it's so remarkable. And for January, it's perfect weather for a nice little coat.
It is. Right now, and all weekend, it's supposed to be below zero actually in Colorado.
Don't remind me.
I want to just show this so you can see the back. It has snaps that are so well done. The necklace doesn't come with it. That's a different purchase if you'd like to get this pretty rhinestone necklace, which could actually be used with some of your historic garments.
Sure.
We've had some requests for a beautiful lined coat, and this is great. We haven't put out a coat for Grace in a couple of years, and I'm really proud of this one.
Yeah, was the last trench coat we did the sort of
couple years ago.
It was the green and the blue and the pink.
And the
That
pink
was a
and the
minute
white.
ago.
We had a cream.
And everyone loved those.
I think that was in 2000, maybe 23, 22, 23. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well,
It's been a while.
rejoice, we're bringing back a trench coat.
Yeah.
And better than ever, I think. This is such a wonderful
Yeah.
addition to her wardrobe. So while you are enjoying the historic fashions, if you're also still craving something a little bit more contemporary, don't worry, the boutique has you covered.
It has
We've
you
got
covered.
Something for everybody.
And then we do not have them here in the video, but they are on the way from Ruby Red Galleria. They will either be in the boutique or not at this point.
Oh, yes.
If they're not by the launch of this video, it'll be very shortly after. But we do have 3 new colors of this wonderful chignon low bun. Blonde,
Yep.
brunette, and a redhead.
Yeah.
But we don't even have them here to show samples or do photos or anything. So
They're on their way. They're coming.
they're on their way. They're coming. We will, if they're not here, then we'll send out an email and let you know when they're available. But this was one of Grace's the low bun was one of her most popular wigs ever.
Yeah.
And
it sold out really fast.
it did. And so we got more in stock. So that's very fun. But I don't know. I don't think we're missing too much right now. We have an incredible season planned and lots of wonderful things in the works for all of our dolls. We also have an unboxing happening very soon of Dark Nights and Nima Just Beyond. which is happening. So we're very busy.
Yeah, we are finally concluding the Halloween celebration that we've been throwing for 4 months. I said it and I meant it. Halloween can be celebrated as long as you want to, and we've been celebrating Halloween for a long time.
Yeah.
And we have the finale of the collection, so stay tuned for that. That will be coming soon.
That will be coming soon. So as always, we love you so much. I say to Christopher a lot because I want to do more content, and we will, but honestly, by the time we do all of our videos and all of the hands-on work involved, making the boxes and doing all of that, by the time we film and do that, our week is pretty packed.
Yeah.
We will be doing more. Since October, it's been kind of a coming down and a regrouping a little bit, and then of course starting 3 subscriptions. But we love you and we miss you, and I always look forward to seeing you on these videos and being a part. I know we receive thousands of views and we don't have thousands of people in our subscriptions, so I know a lot of people are watching just to enjoy dolls, and we love that for you. Come on in.
We love that for us too.
We love that for us.
There's always room for more doll people.
Always. The water's always warm. We've changed our form a lot over the years. When I started the first subscription, I did not see where that would be the only thing we're doing. And right now, this is, with our add-ons and our other releases, this is what we do.
Yeah.
And it is so fun. But a lot of you have been with me through my very first video 10 years ago through today. And I thank you. And I love you so much. And Christopher, when he walked in here, he did not expect to be doing this, right?
I very adamantly resisted it for about 6 months. I was like, I do not want to be on camera. I would wait until you were done with a shot before I'd walk through the background. Like I refused to be on camera, and a lot's changed.
He understood that is a big part of it, and that is a big part of how we do what we do is we connect with you. Yeah. It's the connection. It's the storytelling. It's the meat behind it, which isn't throwing something in a box. They want to hear from you.
Well, and that's what's sort of changed my tune too, is that it's so community driven, and it's very immersive, and it's such a privilege and a joy to be in a position to share that with you. And I don't know, I think that sounds diplomatic, but I mean it. I think it's a real treat to be able to make so many internet friends at such a huge scale, and to all celebrate this silly, wonderful little thing that we enjoy, collecting, and the hobby of it, and to be, maybe even adding more to that, if I can say so, through a subscription box is such a treat. So
such a treat.
I hope that
truly
you feel inspired to make your own sort of, attic display or a home vignette. So many of you are so talented with your backdrops and your props and your accessories, and I'm really looking forward to actually seeing the photos that people take and post and submit of their own sort of journey through time and their own hearths,
Yes.
I think it's going to be very exciting.
It's going to be very exciting. So as always, we love you so much, and we hope that you enjoy this wonderful subscription box. I was just actually looking at how elegant Grace looks without her coat on. Jacket with the black shirt, the black skirt, and the white shirt. Yeah. That is a very elegant outfit on its own.
It's really,
So I was like,
the sleeves on that.
It looks so good.
I love that shirt. I know it's sort of silly because it's an undershirt, but it's beautifully done.
I know we were just wrapping up, but I just want to say, when I kind of redid my fashion in the last couple of years, and the things that I reach for the most, one of the items that I wear more than anything and get a lot of compliments on is my cotton button-down.
Yeah.
So when you have really well-made basics, and I don't even want to say that's a basic, but it is. It's a white top. But when you have something really well-made and that is a plain color, you can wear that with so many other things, and it always looks chic.
It's a staple.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that because that's what I've been wearing a lot lately, and I really like my look. So this is why this is coming to you. It is a chic and beautiful outfit, and we hope you love every part of this box and your adventure into fashion with the Virtual Doll Convention and our Journey Through Time subscription. So thank you all so much. Christopher, thank you for all of this. This was wonderful. Paul, thank you for filming. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Paul.
And to everybody, Diana Vining, Dee, we appreciate our team so incredibly much, and all of our wonderful customers and friends. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.